What's up? Black men should only be around other ambitious black men. Now, if there's any black man out there who's trying to come together with more black men, who's trying to help their community and see the black people rise, and not only that, but self-improve in ways of finances, becoming more financially literate, and eating healthier, having better relationships, developing, just a grounded black identity, learning more about black history and who to look up to in black history. I have a guide for all of those things, diving deep into just all those things I just mentioned when it comes to just black identity, self-improvement. And if you're interested in that, I have a link for that, and it'll be in the bio section of my YouTube channel, in the comments of this video, and in the description of this video. So if you're interested in that, check that out. Now, I had to cut people off. I'm at a place in my life where I'm not hanging around that many people, and I think that I used to have problems when it came to being antisocial, not wanting to hang around people like that, but I used to, like, recently I was hanging around a lot of people who I knew they weren't just horrible people, but I knew they weren't like-minded, and they didn't have the same goals, and they didn't have the same mentality as me, right? And so I had to cut those people off, not because I was better, not because they were just bad people, but purely because I know I want to be around people who think extremely similar to me and who have similar goals and who can help me get to where I'm trying to go, right? And I think that when it comes to creating a movement, when it comes to creating change in the community, it starts with the people coming together and having a common goal. It starts with the people having a like-minded interest in something, or a like-minded goal. That's what it starts with. So I think that if you want to change the world, if you want to do something on a bigger scale, understand it has to be bigger than you. It's not just, obviously one person can be powerful, but I would say that coming together when it comes to changing the black community, when it comes to uh really uplifting the black culture and making it prosperous, it starts with like-minded men coming together. Don't focus on the guys out there who don't care about improving, don't care about anything serious or intellectual. Don't focus on those guys. Don't try to be friends with those people, right? Be friends with the dudes who already are similar to you, and attract those people. And I think that through my YouTube channel, I feel like I'm attracting a lot of guys who think similarly to me, who, obviously maybe guys who disagree, obviously, but it's attracting people who who may be interested, who may have who may be like-minded. And I think that that's what we have to do, bro. Like, we have to only be around other men who are like us, be around other men who are ambitious and want to be somebody, right? Because that's the title of the video. Like, be around men who actually want to be somebody, who actually want to be successful. And then from there, when you're finding ambitious people to be around, find the ambitious people who want to do what you want to do, who have the same goals as you, right? Because then y'all can help each other. And everybody can have an ambitious goal to, to change the black community, to have a prosperous culture. That's one thing that I have a goal with doing, and it's not really all up to me. It starts with everybody coming together. That's where the power is at, right? I'm only advocating for it right now, but I know the true power is when we come together and we start pushing for these things. We start implementing these things. We start helping each other in our personal lives as far as self-improvement, having a strong black identity, developing the proper relationships to be happy in life, to have a quality life. All of those things are very, very important, and it really starts with you separating yourself from the people out there who may be, not like you. They don't think like you. They don't want to do what you want to do. You know, some guys out there, that I used to be around, like, they'll pick on you for caring about certain things, for wanting to be a certain way. They'll bring you down, and I think that it's not only that, bro. Like, you can't be around, or you can't chase women who look at you the same way, because there's definitely women out there who will view you the same way. So chase people who are not chase people, but be around people who are like-minded, and make sure you have a life that's congruent with who you are. So when you get around people who aren't like you, You're not living your life, and you're not being around people who are pushing you to be more of who you are. They're not similar to you in the same way. When it even comes to the dynamic of romantic relationships, you don't want to be around a woman who's gonna put you down for you being you, put you down for you having a purpose and a goal in life that maybe she doesn't have. Because at the least, obviously I know a lot of women may not have the same goal as me, or things like that, but I think that you want somebody who supports you. And when it comes to your male friends, you want other guys who are also pushing to be somebody, and they're like-minded, right? And that's just something that I think is very powerful. And let's flip it on the other side. Imagine if you're a guy who wants to be somebody, who wants to be successful, but then you go around and you hang around a lot of other dudes who don't care about you really. They're gonna pick on you. They're gonna laugh at you, right? Stuff like that eats at your soul, and over time you're gonna change because you want to be accepted. You want to be cool. The more you hang around people who aren't like you, you're gonna be more. You're gonna have an incentive to try to change who you are. And I was like that for the longest time. I was hanging around guys who, and not I'm not no angel on earth. I'm not perfect. I'm not saying that I was just a super good person who had a pure heart. I'm not saying any of those things. I'm just saying I wasn't always around people who were like-minded, and I suffered from that because I was changing myself when I was going against who I was. I was changing who I was truly to, to be a person that was more accepted by people culturally, and just, around the people just, the friends and stuff. And I kept changing myself because my friends was like this, and I wanted to be like them, and they think this is cool, so I need to do that, right? And then overall in the culture is more like what everybody view and how everybody look at things. And I think that when it comes to having a goal and having a dream, you really have to, shove out anybody who doesn't see your vision. And I think that obviously we can all say, okay, it's people out there who aren't meant to see what you see, but there are people out there who do see what you see, and it's our job as men to find those guys who are like-minded to us. All right, so that's really the key. That's really the goal if we want to grow as a person, and not only grow as a person but grow as a community. Because once you grow as a community, then the people who didn't see it, now they're gonna see it because I got people behind me, I got people who for me, and I'm for them, and we all together, and we doing this, and we don't care, right? And I've seen the saying before, like when one man is doing something, people call him weird, crazy, but when it's everybody doing it, then it's cool to do, right? So you do it until the world fits how you are, instead of you going in and then you have to fit how the world said you have to be. So that's all I got to say. Peace out.